me more than hearing and appreciating the talent of somebody else that's an active and respectful participant in this culture. You know what I'm saying? People that's doing it for the right reasons. Nothing inspires me more. Nothing inspired me more than hearing Dilla beats in St. Andrews before I even knew who Dilla was. This wasn't politics. This wasn't a Tribe Called Quest instrumental. They was playing something that I knew. This wasn't that. The house shoes used to be in St. Andrews spinning Dilla instrumentals of beats that he never even came out with. So we've always got it, honestly, as opposed to, oh man, you don't know what that is? Man, that went platinum. Nah, it wasn't about that. It was, did it sound good? Did it sound good? Did it make me feel good? That was enough. You know what I'm saying? So, now we so much into the stats and all, even the same way with sports, we so focused on the stats. Yeah, he averaged 30 a game. Yeah, he averaged 30 a game, but he spends half the 90% of his games he's playing against scrubs. What does he do when it's time to play against the big dogs? That's when I'm able to judge. That's when I'm able to judge the truly elite. You know what I mean? How they match up. In the big moments. You know what I mean? So, that's the foundation that I stand on, and that's still the fuel that I use. To keep me going today.
Man, you know what, man? This lets me know that you're a good brother. The reason I'm saying it, not because of what you said, what you're saying, because of what you're saying, but what you just said is a mirror of what this brother I had on last week from NOI, the Nation of Islam. It's ironic that they were just in your city with the Savior's Day, but he was like a true Muslim. He said a true Muslim is when you want for yourself what you want for your brothers that you, the same as you want for yourself. And what you just said was that personified. Right. You was like, hey, forgive me. What about all the brothers that was around me who lifted me up? Man, I got mad respect for anybody who's living like that. Forgive me, man. I know I got what I got, but this is how I got it. I've never been MC.
That's the truth.
I've never been an MC. I used to spin a little bit. But here's the thing, man. I remember that same situation you talking about. It was this joint here called the Elbow Room. I remember being in there with Redman, being in there with Kanye, No ID, Common, anybody who was somebody in Chicago. So, you know what's amazing to me? I asked Master Ace this, and I'm going to ask you this. Hey, bro, I came up listening to those guys, Kane, Ace, and those guys, just like you did. Me, I was like, hey, I'm not even going to try to be an MC because I can't do that. How do you get to the point where you go, I can do that? Help me understand that. That's from the MC perspective.
Well, honestly, when I first started getting cracking, I kind of didn't see it either. You know what I'm saying? Like I had friends that would tell me, man, you ought to try rapping and stuff. But I never really used to. I had interest in it. I loved hip hop to the soul, but the same way you were, I didn't really see it. But what I started to do, I saw an interview a long time ago. This is when I used to think I was Big Daddy Kane, man. I was a kid. I read this article. They was talking to Big Daddy Kane. And they asked Big Daddy Kane who the best MC in the world was. And he said Cool G Rap. You know what I'm saying? He was like, wow, Cool G Rap, when he rap, this and that. And that kind of blew my mind because at the time, like I said, this when Big Daddy Kane was Big Daddy Kane. Like literally when he was probably doing this interview, I probably had to take high top with the the cut, the part all in the front. Yeah. I thought I was Big Daddy. I thought I was Big Daddy Kane. You couldn't tell me. So when he mentioned Cool G Rap, I went and researched Cool G Rap. And not only did I research Cool G Rap, but when I researched him, I wrote his raps down. I used to get the tape, I would listen to his raps, I'd pause it, and I would write it down. I didn't really realize why I was doing it. It still was a mystery, but now with hindsight being 2020, I think I was visually trying to see what was going through an MC's mind when he wrote it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I literally was retracing Cool G Rap's thoughts. I really was retracing Rob Bates when he did It Takes Two. I really was retracing his thoughts. I actually would get it on paper and I would read it and I would memorize it, and then I would say it with him when the song came on. And I think that was just training. I was gaining muscle memory in the creation of raps. Even though it wasn't my rap, it was like I was almost morphing myself into their body, so to speak, just to kind of get something, from an MC's perspective. And even back then, I was hip hop dancing. I thought I was Scoob and Scrap, and I was, doing the Big Daddy Kane thing. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I was a very active participant in hip hop, but I didn't really grasp it, to really be my own MC. Until my best homeboy Chance, suggested, hey man, you ever thought about rapping? Because he was hanging around dudes I went to school with that was rapping, and that's when I eventually gave it a shot. But I literally, I know it sounds crazy, but I literally stumbled into rapping, really just on accident, because I was respectfully writing down other MCs' raps and just kind of just getting their cadence down and their breath control, and you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Rob Bass, It Takes Two, that was one of the first joints I was able to kind of get, indulge in and write. I had Fat Boys in Jail, and I had Run DMC, King of Rock. It's a bunch of songs that I wish I could find these old notebooks, but I used to write those raps down, man, and just kind of karaoke it a little bit, and I eventually got a love for it, and I just grew into my own MC, you know what I'm saying? And I really, really, really stumbled on it just being a fan of the game, and I'm still a fan of the game to this day. You know what I'm saying? So even if you follow me online or whatever, I show love to a lot of MCs. I show love to a lot of MCs that don't even show love to me, but it's not really about that. I don't show love to receive it back. I show love to let somebody know, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? All ego aside, you dope, and I appreciate you, and I acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? So even if they don't acknowledge me back, that's not what I do it for. But at the same time, I'm just being honest about how I feel, you know what I'm saying, who I think is dope.
Man, I got mad respect for you for that, man. For those who just tuning in, this is Super MC Guilty Simpson, special guest on the End of the Bench podcast today. Man, we're going over his life, his career, and anything he wants to talk about, and any project that he has coming up, man. It's just funny that me and you kind of stumbled upon hip hop the same kind of way. Ironically enough, my mom was a drill sergeant. She was a dope mom, but back in the day, moms didn't play. I had told myself I couldn't be an MC. Maybe I missed my calling, but I doubt it, because I'm not no rhythmic dude like that. No way. I couldn't do what you do under no circumstance. But I started listening very closely to DJs, and I fell in love with the DJs and the beats. And then that's how I elevated to falling in love with the rhymes. And my homeboy who's listening right now, he was in Boston. His name is Trey Matt. He an MC himself. I used to go. The man had tables at his crib, and he was so dope, and his mom was so dope that we damn near had a scheduled time to go to Trey's house and practice every day. We would be watching Yo MTV raps, and everybody got 30 minutes. And I was kind of like you. You were writing down the rhymes, and I was writing down how Kid Capri and how all these DJs would blend records together. So I would have to go to Trey's house and come over there with some records, and then take some of his records and put that together. So I definitely understand your creative process and that fashion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the way, you know what I'm saying? You got it honest like me. Yeah, man. I mean, of course, like you said, it's the high top fade. With me, it was the Puma with the fat laces and the fat boys doing their thing. And it's like, man, I can't rhyme like this. I'm going to figure out a way to get in. And here I am. I mean, I've been a fan. I've been a fan since Sugar Hill, but it really hit me with the message. And when it took me way out, it was the By Any Means Necessary album by KRS-One. I was done. I went through a period where I wasn't listening to nothing but hip hop. It wasn't no slow jams, no nothing. It was just give me some more of this. So I definitely feel you on that. Oh yeah, for sure.
Who were some of your favorite MCs? Well, we already heard Kane.
Oh wow,
G-Rap.
I got quite a few. Kane, HRap, big Nas fan, huge Scarface fan. I like Tribe. I love Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Really, man. I like so many MCs. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to rank them and all of that. I don't do the best and all that. I just do favorites. Some of my favorites. But definitely on the West Coast, I used to love this rapper named CPO. Man, it's Lil Nation. Man, he used to be down with Above the Law. He used to be down with Above the Law. He had a song called Ballad of a Menace back in the day. Man, he was so raw. And like I said, I liked all of them, man. I used to like Spice One because Spice One was like a bizarro KRS-One. He was like a gangster KRS-One. He jump into the wah da da dang, wah da da. He get to the kind of like KRS-One style. You know what I mean? I used to love MC8. You know what I'm saying? So that I think really the biggest advantages of being from Detroit is that we used to. I think you could probably vibe to this too. Midwest style. We used to be able to get obtain all of this music with an unbiased mind state. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We wasn't. I wasn't invested in the East Coast. I wasn't invested in the West Coast. I wasn't invested in down South. You know what I'm saying? Then us being from the Midwest, we were able to appreciate the underdog mentality. So we didn't have no stake in none of it. We just liked what we liked. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was, and I think that's also contributed to the different styles of MCs that we have from Detroit. Also, you know what I'm saying? Because, we were able to have a gumbo kind of effect to what we had going. We like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. We were able to appreciate everything that hip hop had to offer without feeling like I was betraying anything to like it. You know what I mean? I like Biggie and Pac at the same time. I didn't have to choose. You feel what I'm saying? I never had to choose. I mean, maybe if I was from LA, and I would have said I like Biggie, niggas might, people might have got mad at me. Or, same way with, word. No doubt. But, word. But, people were overly invested in it. They almost felt pressure to not like one thing because they were from a certain region. And, the regions might have been at odds, but Detroit was more like a melting pot of sound. So we was able to like everything without having any kind of pressures to dislike something. You know what I'm saying? So, I was able to, vibe. Another MC I used to really love, Special Ed, man. I think Special Ed was incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, Special Ed was one of the first rappers that, just was far-fetched with his way of thinking. I got it made. He was saying stuff, of course, wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like he was so vivid with his imagination that, it was just like, wow, this dude is a mad scientist. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To be able to appreciate all of these different MCs and the different game and the different lingos from their different regions and stuff, it was very captivating to me. You know what I'm saying? And it really shaped me, as a man, and then as an MC also, to be able to say, wow, I'm listening to this incredible King T record, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'm gonna listen to Granddaddy IU, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'm gonna listen to some Outkast, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, I'm gonna listen to the Ghetto Boys. It was just like being in Detroit, I was able to get everything from all angles and just able to sponge up all of this incredible music and, have zero pressure, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was and I think that was really enlightening for me, and it just helped me as an MC because I was able to sponge up and appreciate different sounds.
Yeah, man, it's a different experience when you're in the middle of the map, man. You are definitely right, and like my man RC just said, King T, that Act the Fool album was insane. Then he introduced the Alcoholics. Like you said, man, we didn't have to choose, and that's the beauty of being in the middle of the map, man. We didn't have to choose nothing, and I ain't gonna lie, man. When y'all started hitting, I felt like that was us hitting too, because it was like, what? They from the D? Because me and my partners used to go up there because y'all had a ton of honeys up there. So we would drive up to the D like it was nothing. Me and my cousin Mike, every
Oh, yeah.
weekend we was up there. So it was like, he from the D,